I wasn't there in body. I never walked the dusty roads of Jerusalem. I never saw the crown of thorns pressed upon his brow. I never drove the nails into his hands. But I was there, because it was my sin he carried, my shame he bore, my punishment he took. And while he hung between heaven and earth, I was on his mind. I was there the day they hung my Savior. Though the years between us stand so wide, I was there in every sin I'd ever carry. And he looked ahead and saw my life. They mocked his name and pierced his precious body. The crowd cried out as darkness filled the sky. But through the pain and through the agony, I was on his mind. I was on his mind as he climbed that lonely hill. He was taking my place, doing his Father's will. Every stripe upon his back, every tear and every cry. He could have called 10,000 angels, but he stayed for me that day and died. Yes, I was on his mind. It wasn't the nails that held him there. It wasn't the soldiers. It wasn't the angry crowd. It was love. Love for the broken, love for the guilty, love for people like me. And while I deserved the cross, he chose to take my place. The earth did shake, the veil was torn in two. Mercy flowed from wounds so deep and wide. And the greatest words my soul has ever heard were, "It is finished," as my Savior died. But death could never hold the King of glory. On the third day he arose in power and might. And because he lives, I live forever. For I was on his mind. I was on his mind when he stretched his arms so wide. He was taking my place there on Calvary that day. What amazing grace he showed, what amazing sacrifice. I'll spend forever praising Jesus, for he gave himself to give me life. I was on his mind. Yes, I was on his mind. And friend, if you're wondering if he loves you, if you're wondering if anybody cares, then look no farther than the old rugged cross. Because the same Savior who saw me saw you. The same blood that washed away my sins can wash away yours. when he carried that cross up Calvary's hill. You were on his mind as well. You were on his mind when they nailed his hands that day. He saw every tear you'd cry and every trial you'd face, every failure, every heartbreak, every burden you would bear. He looked beyond the cross of suffering, and he saw you standing there. Yes, you were on his mind when he gave his life away. He was making a way for you, that glorious, redeeming day. And if you ever doubt his love, just remember this one thing: you were on his mind. You were on his mind. You were on his mind.